All right, so behind me right here is my 3.5, maybe 4-year-old avocado. And I want to show you something interesting that is going on with this avocado right now, because something unusual is going on that you can probably see right about there. And that is that it is flowering, which is very uncommon for a avocado of this age. So let's go take a look at it. All right, so here is my avocado, which I've grown from seed. And if you look up here, it is now starting to flower. So from what I understand, this is pretty uncommon because this tree is only 3.5, maybe 4 years old. So I'm not exactly sure why this is happening. My only guess as to why this is happening is, number one, maybe it's a fluke. And number two, I tried to do an air layer on this earlier this year. And my thought is that maybe when I did the air layer, it made the tree go into survival mode and just prematurely let it flower. So that is maybe the only reason that I can think of as to why it would start to flower right now. So I'm not complaining about it. I think it's kind of cool. I'm not exactly sure why it's happening. So if you look down here, you can actually still see where the original seed for this avocado tree was growing. So and you can see the toothpick where I had this in water at one point and decided to put it in the ground eventually. This right here was the first cut point, and you can see I did another cut here, and another cut here, and then another cut point right here. And you can see right here, this is where I did the air layer, and I eventually wanted it to just like stop right there and then continue with this branch here to be the main leader. But now that I have flowers on here, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll probably let this go for a while. So every day you can see the flowers open and close. So right now these flowers are closed, but if I tilt down here, you can see that these flowers are open right now. And to my understanding, avocado trees change gender throughout the day. But to make it a bit more complicated, all the flowers on the tree change gender at the same time. So there isn't quite a way for a bee or an insect to take the pollen from a male flower to a female flower. The way pollination happens in nature is that avocado trees are classified into A and B types. In the morning they could be male, and in the evening they could be female, or vice versa. In the morning, female, and in the evening, male. Then a bee can bounce from one tree to another carrying the pollen. But for me, I only have one avocado tree that is flowering, so what I have to do to potentially grow fruit is to self-pollinate the tree, which means to take this little Q-tip and manually brush these flowers in the morning and evening to hopefully get the pollen where it needs to be. There's actually a really great video that Scott from Scott Grows an Avocado Tree, I'll put the link down in the bottom there. He does a video talking all about how the avocados change gender throughout the day. So some really great information there if you're interested in looking that up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Q-tip here, and I'm just going to go around to every single flower. I'm just going to go around to each one and collect some pollen, and hopefully collect pollen, I should say, and put it in a little plastic bag, and then tomorrow morning come out and do the same thing. So hopefully I will be pollinating these flowers, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So let's do this. All right, so we're back here in the morning now, and I'm going to try pollinating these things again. So let's get back at it. So actually it's a little early to do this because everything is still pretty much closed. I can't even do any pollinating, so I'll have to come back later and try again. All right, it is about noon in the late morning, early afternoon, and I actually have a different brush today. I'm going to use this brush to try to pollinate it because it has a little bit more fine of bristles, and hopefully we can get some pollen to stay on here. So yeah, let's try this out. All right, now I could be wrong, but I believe that the flowers are male right now, because you see the center right here that's closed. I believe that means that it is a male tree. I could very well be wrong, but I believe that's what it is. So let's collect some pollen. Now, I'm not sure if this is showing up or not, but there's little specks of yellow pollen that is on the tip of this brush here. So I think we're successfully collecting some pollen. This is exciting. This is really exciting stuff. I'm very curious to see how this will turn out. All right, so we got our little brush and a little plastic bag here. So I'll just repeat this process for a few days and maybe a couple weeks until I'm gonna probably do this every day, morning and night, until I see some type of results, because you never know. I think I'm in a pretty fortunate situation that I have such a young avocado that is blooming, because from my understanding they're not supposed to bloom this early, or flower I should say. But yeah, I'll continue on any updates on this, and if I see any little green buds starting to pop up, a little fruit, that will be exciting. So yeah, that's all I got for today. Stay tuned for future updates, and yeah, thanks for watching.